They aren't your friends. I know you're motivated to stay with them. You're pulled towards staying with them because it's safer, it's easier. You don't need to risk being lonely. But these people literally disrespect you in front of other people. They literally hinder your progress. Like if you try and pursue anything new, they literally pull you down. If you try and tell them about your interests, your hobbies, they insult you for it. You hanging around them, even though it's kind of safer, they make you feel worse. Your literal existence is worse. You feel more bad about yourself. You have negative thoughts. You probably like insult yourself in your mind because you hang out with these people. If you didn't hang out with these people, if we didn't make this mistake of like trying to stay close in our comfort zones and hanging around people who we are kind of familiar with, we would be in better positions now. We wouldn't have negative thoughts. Our minds would be like better tailored for us. You probably go outside and you're like super anxious because your confidence is ruined by hanging around people who are like these low level crabs. They're crabs. Like there's this analogy, crabs in a bucket. So if you put tons of crabs in a bucket, the crabs at the top will try and escape. They'll try and climb out. And the ones underneath them, those crabs, they'll literally use their pincers and try and grab those crabs' legs and pull them back down. I'm not sure why this phenomenon happens, but the point is, they literally pull them down. They do not want them to escape the bucket. They are literally hindering their own kind. These people are not your friends. They are enemies. They are actively against you. They are actively like rebelling against you. They want you to do worse. Every single person wants to do better than you. In your friend group as well. Even in my friend group, I won't lie. I want to do better than my friends. I want to like be more successful than them. I want to be more confident than them. But there are two ways of going about this. The people who you're hanging around will pull you down. They'll be crabs. They want to do better than you, so they will pull you down. They'll ruin your confidence. They'll shatter it. They'll destroy it with a hammer. They will make you a worse person to do better than you because they don't want to see you doing better than them. In higher tier friend groups, where the people are like higher level, they are more respectable and kind and considerate. Even though we have the same desire, we are human after all. We fulfill this by climbing up. I won't pull my friends down. I want them to do good. I just want to do better. So I need to climb even faster. I'll climb ahead of them and I'll pull them up. And then I'll still climb ahead of them. It's a race. It's a race to the top. But you're still bringing them along with you. You're just trying to stay one step ahead, climbing this mountain quickly. And then once you get to the peak, then you can help them. Okay, yeah, here. This is where I tripped up. Make sure you don't fall there. Yeah, that's a problem. Do not make that mistake. That set me back by like a month. Make sure you don't do that. You're pulling them up. It's a competition, but there's a level of friendliness in it. And it's beautiful because you both do good. You both win in this situation. Because you're both constantly improving at a higher rate than if you didn't have each other. You need to pick your friends, and you don't have that luxury now. That's why you're sticking with these people. That's why people who often get like attractive girlfriends tolerate so much disrespect. Because they don't believe they can get a girl that attractive again. They're scared to lose her. So the girl will actively disrespect them, insult them, make their life worse, and they'll stay with her until she like makes a really bad mistake. Or she breaks up. You are in the same situation, except it's not a girl, it's your friends. Your friends. If you want my advice, you can just ignore this advice. You cannot listen to me, you can just ignore it. but I'm genuinely here to benefit you. If you want my advice, it's going to be the painful answer. You need to cut them off. It's painful, it's difficult. If you cut them off though, your life will be better. Life being lonely is literally better. It's nicer, it's calmer. You feel more regulated being lonely than being with these people. Now, if you are gonna take this advice, don't be kind of weird about it and send some huge paragraph saying, I'm sorry, we can't be friends anymore. I watched this YouTuber called Prince D Flower and he said, it's kind of cringe, I'm not gonna lie. You don't need to send a message. You don't even need to say anything. You just need to slowly start hanging out with them less. If they invite you to go and do something, just say no. If they try and call you, just hang up and say, oh, no thanks, I'm busy today. If they talk to you in the environment you see each other, maybe at school, you just say, oh yeah, how are you? And then you kind of sit away from them. You kind of make it so it's hard to talk to you. You close yourself off and you'll notice they won't chase you. Most of the time, at least, they won't chase you because they aren't even your friends. They don't care if you're cutting, if they notice that you're kind of distancing yourself. They don't care because you aren't valuable to them. If they were really your friends, they'd notice this and they'd try and get you into a conversation. They'd be like, I noticed that, you aren't really hanging out with us as much. You're kind of distancing yourself. I'm just wondering, is there anything we did? Is there a problem? Do you just not want to be friends anymore? They'd actually be concerned. They'd care. But you'll notice very quickly that these people will forsake you very easily. You aren't their friend. You're the only one. You're the only one in this circus who thinks that it's real. It's the Truman Show. You aren't their friend and you shouldn't think they are your friends. So you're going to have this period of loneliness. And the trap most people fall into is they stay in this loneliness. They stay in this loneliness for months, years, even a lifetime. Because they have trust issues. They don't know how to make new friends. I want you to stay in this period for as little as possible. Being lonely is better than being with people who actively detriment you. But it's uncomfortable. Being lonely wasn't a nice experience for me. It was stressful. Your body wants friends. Love and belonging in Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's a desire that we all have. It's very important. You won't be able to fulfill this though if you aren't confident, if you don't know how to talk to other people. You need to be this charismatic guy who can just talk to different people and be confident and fun to be around so you can make friends. And once you can do that, you can pick and choose. If you meet someone and you notice that they are kind of rude to you, you don't need to force yourself to stay with them because you cut them off. You aren't scared about being lonely because you know you have the ability to make new friends. That's what you need to do. You need to become confident. I remember in this period, the first friend I ever made, since being lonely, was an online friend. I didn't have social skills at this point. I was still anxious, I was still all of this. And this friend, he was in this online community called School. So in this School platform, it's like Discord, we were in the same community, we messaged each other, we got to know each other, and we're still friends to this day. On that School platform, I also have my own kind of thing where you can meet people who are like you trying to get better at socializing. So you can check out the top link in the description. The second friend I made was in real life, in school. This used social skills. I saw him, I thought he stood with a tall posture, he looked more confident, he looked like he was a respectable person. I just walked up to him and I was like, oh, hello, I don't think we've met before. I just thought, you looked really cool. I wanted to kind of get to know you. Do you want to hang out during lunch and just kind of walk and talk? He actually rejected me. He said, no, thank you. because he was going on a walk, but he wanted to walk alone. So then I went on a walk and we happened to collide. I didn't even expect him to be there. And it's like, oh, yo, I never knew you would be here. Yeah, let's go on a walk now. And then I kind of just tagged along, even though he didn't want to. And then we became friends. It was that simple because we had shared interests. We talked about so much on that walk. It was so fun. It was exhilarating. It was like interesting to discover someone with similar beliefs to me. But that was only possible because I had the confidence to do that in the first place. If you want to become more confident, if you want to have this level of rest assuredness that you know that you never have to struggle with being lonely because you're charismatic, you're confident and proud of yourself, then you can check out the top link in the description. It's the social protocol. It'll get you from not being able to talk to people to being confident, to being someone who can make friends, who can talk to women, who can attract them. There's a community of like-minded people who are like you, trying to get on this path of learning to socialize, become more confident. There are weekly calls with me. I'll see you in there. And remember, consistency is over a lifetime. Bye-bye.